you see the title of this video, I'm gonna be ranting here for just a hot minute. Here's the timestamp of where the actual video starts. Still here? Cool. So I bought a Spice Orange GameCube. I'm going to install a region switch into it, a physical switch, which usually requires modifying the shell. That would hurt my soul. So there's a YouTuber, I can't remember his name or what his video was specifically off the top of my head right now, but I will put it in the description in case you want a more in-depth video about what the process is going to be. It is July 4th. It is currently 7:41 in the afternoon. I have recorded this intro about 7 or 8 times. I'm exhausted with it. I'm hoping the GameCube arrives tomorrow, at which point I will continue this video and it'll all be stitched together. But the reason I want to install a Switch is because I want to be able to play Japanese and American games. I already have a modded GameCube, so I don't necessarily need it to play all of the games. I think it's a niche thing to have. Alright, it is currently July 7th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My Orange GameCube came in. I don't know which side has the parts at the top, but we're going to be very careful cutting into this box. Look at it. Oh, it's all bundled together. That's convenient. Here is the Game Boy player. We'll unbox that here in a minute. Here are the cables. Here's the controller. And here is the GameCube. Oh, he's shrink wrapped it. That's nice. The pictures didn't do it justice. That's a really beautiful shade of orange. Yeah. Here you go. All Japanese. I do have a way to test this. Not that you guys will be able to see, unfortunately, but I do have a way to test it. Back in camera shot. So in the original video I had told you that I plan on installing a Switch, and I still intend on doing that. My plan hasn't changed. going to install this switch. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's a physical switch. We're going to install it and put it into this very tiny port up here. So most people would run the wires for it through the back so that they can mount it through the vent holes. But I'm going to mount it up here so I can push the wires through this hole. I don't know if you can see that very well, that hole. So that the switch can just relax in there. And then I can just pull it out whenever I want to use it. To my knowledge, this port isn't used for very much anymore. And if it is, it's nothing that I'm going to use ever. And it's to the point where I don't even know what it's for. So obviously it's not that important. We're also going to clean it while we're in there. And then we have what is possibly the greatest bonus, and that is an original Spice Orange Game Boy player, Game Boy player. So we're looking pretty good there. So let's go ahead and get this thing apart. You know what? Off camera, I'm going to test the function of this, and I'll be right back. As you guys can see, it is currently reading in Japanese, and if I pan downward, there it is, plugged in. But it is currently reading in Japanese. I have no reason to believe that the controller port doesn't work. However, if it doesn't, that's something we'll cover when we get there. But the whole point is the switch that I'm going to be installing, it should just flick this between this menu and the English menu. Without further ado, let's get into this thing so that I can clean it and then install the reason switch. I'm not going to bore you with all the cleaning. You can look at videos on that. But I will go ahead and restart the video when I'm about to actually do the mod. I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see what I'm going to be talking about, but right here, where I'm pointing my screwdriver, there are two unconnected fuses, or two pads where a fuse should go. And between specifically American and Japanese systems, that's actually where the fuse is supposed to be. If I were to bridge that connection right now and rehook it up, it would just be an American GameCube. But like I said, we're going to install wires and then a switch. That way I can switch it between Japanese and American. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will get back to you guys when I'm ready to test. Alright guys, so I made an executive decision in the middle of doing the GameCube thing. So I didn't like how sketchy it felt putting those solder points in. So I've just decided that I'm going to bridge the two contacts and make it a permanent American GameCube. If you look down, there's my other GameCube not plugged in, and there's the Spice Orange GameCube plugged in. This is the controller that it came with. The clock is obviously wrong. It's not year 2091. And as we discussed, it's June 7th, not April 26th. However, I don't really care so much for the date and time. This is my American copy of Twilight Princess. Ta-da! I now have a English region Spice Orange GameCube. Like I said, I didn't follow through with installing the Switch because I didn't like how sketchy it felt. Here's the Switch I didn't install. Let you guys hear this. Oh. But there we go. And of course, oh, this does give us a chance to test the memory card slot. I do have a memory card with Twilight Princess save file on it. Yeah, there it is. There's my save file. Alright. Sorry I didn't commit to using the Switch. Like I said, it started to feel a little dicey, so I went the safe option of just hardwiring the GameCube to be American 24/7. Some of you might be wondering about that GameCube specifically. This one has got a whole bunch of different mods in it. Well, one, the shell isn't original. The controller also has had its shell replaced. This one's got Swiss, Pico boot, all that mess in it. This one is just now a basic, normal American GameCube. Like I said, I would have preferred the Switch, but it was getting dicey, and I really, the amount of sketch I was feeling was not worth losing my Spice Orange GameCube to it. Well, there you go. I know I didn't show you much of the whole process, but I also said that I may not. But there you go. As I said before, I will go ahead and link the original poster of the thing I tried to do this in the comments or in the description. But I'll actually post a link of what I actually ended up doing. So in case you get a Japanese GameCube, you can do it yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.